After the crash of the chopper that happened in Malawi, where the vice president of Malawi has been aboard together with 9 other members of the government of Malawi, it has been really a serious disaster. We've been sharing information on what has been happening. We've been sharing information on the search right now of the wreckage, or if even the search to find whether they can be still alive, if they indeed would find the wreckage and where the plane is actually landed after the crash. So it is a very sad development that we are seeing, a sad development that happened in our neighboring country, and we really are sympathetic and we are together with them. We are actually, with the people of Malawi, the government of Malawi, the leadership on what has happened. But we find now some other people beginning to take that as an advantage to start to propagandize. So Linda Masarira has come under fire for propaganda statements on Malawi chopper crash. Very, very disturbing. And you would ask yourself, why would people want to capitalize? Why should people want to politic every time when there are other issues that concern life, like the one that we are talking about here? This is a scenario that is very, very sad. That has happened to the nation of Malawi and also to families of all these individuals that are involved in this. And yet there is somebody who is a political failure like Linda Masarira, who is being paid by ZANU-PF, who is a parrot of ZANU-PF, who is a surrogate of ZANU-PF, who wants to use that as an opportunity to propagandize. And this is very sad, very, very sad development. And I'm so happy that the Zimbabwean people have put her back into her position. They've told her categorically that what she is doing is not human. You don't just put political connotations on everything that happens. For what reason do you have to, for what reasons do you have to politic on literally everything that happens? Because there is life that is concerned here. There is a matter of life and death. Some families have lost breadwinners. Some families could have lost fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, something like that. And you just want to come in and use this as an opportunity to politic. And this is very, very unfortunate. So Linda Masarira on her Twitter, she has gone and started to write on behalf of ZANU-PF as always. And she says, this is really worrisome. We have been condemning foreign military bases across Africa for a while, and people take this lightly. No one sincerely cares for Africa and her interests. I pray that the plane with Malawi VP is found as soon as possible. Just imagine, these are crocodile tears that she's crying at the end there, because all that she wanted to present here is this propaganda here, where she's saying, we have been. When you say we, who are you talking to? Who are you referring to as we? You and who? You see, it means you and ZANU-PF condemning foreign military bases across Africa. So what has that to do with what has happened? The incident that happened to the Malawian officials, what has it to do with the foreign bases in Africa? Very, very disturbing. You see, people that are earning a living through being paid for saying something that impresses ZANU-PF, they become a problem, because maybe they have a register where they have to be ticking how many things did you say, how many articles have you written on Twitter, how many words have you spoken on Facebook, and maybe they are paid according to that. So if you don't say something, you might starve, your family might starve because you may not be paid. So somebody has to say something. This is the scenario that I'm looking at here. People like Linda Masarira are just a shame to the nation. You don't go through all that prison imprisonment that she went through, and you come and start to enable the very system that put you under such atrocities in Shikurubi maximum prison. And you come out and you want to tell us that you have decided to work with the enemy. Does she really mean it, or is it not just a survival tactic? Because if you ask me, this is all about survival. It is nothing to do with principles. It has nothing to do with understanding what she's talking about. It's about impressing the boss, and then she goes away with a bag of money, because nowadays they are flashing money like nobody's business. Yesterday, you remember, we were talking about Wicknell, and how Wicknell was talking about flashing some little 10 millions, US dollars to these guys, like what you were saying in that audio. So ZANU-PF is seriously splashing out money, and people that are hungry for it, hungry for the money, who have got the love for money, like Linda Masarira, would find themselves jumping onto any social platform, social media platform, to just go and say something for their pay. Because really, I don't see the connection to any foreign base in Africa to what has happened in Malawi, of the plane that just crashed. A plane crashed again in Iran. You remember, after that president came to Zimbabwe, from there he went back and he had a plane crash and he died. Was that also about foreign bases? Was that caused by foreign military bases? These are artifacts that are made by men. Cars, planes, choppers, machines, whatever it is that was made by men is not perfect, and it is prone to developing problems, because it is something made by men. Only what was made by God is perfect, but whatever that has been made by men is prone to have problems, prone to break down, and anything can happen at any time. So for Linda Masarira to want to just gallivant and want to use some platform of an incident that is very, very painful to the nation of Malawi and to the families concerned, and she wants to use that to further her interests as a parrot and as a murakashi for ZANU-PF, that is very, very unfortunate. And Zimbabwean people did not take it lightly. So after she said that, we saw people beginning to respond. Let me just look at some of the responses that the citizens of Zimbabwe have given. There's this one who says, "This is nonsensical. Was it foreign national? Was it a foreign national piloting the helicopter?" Yes, that's a very important question. Someone also says, "So Russian bases in China are not foreign, right?" Yes, because there are also Chinese bases and Russian bases that are also in Africa. And they don't talk about them. They don't talk about, each time that they talk about foreign bases, they want to be talking about the America and the West. And someone is saying also, leave Malawi out of your thuggish tendencies presided by ZANU-PF. Yes, that's exactly what is happening here. That's very, very true. Many responses came here. And there's somebody also who say, instead of praying for your marriage, but kunamatira zvisina basa. Just, yeah, people will have to tell you some things, People will have to, they will tell you things. Someone is saying this is a clear technical failure on the part of Malawi. What exactly does it have to do with foreign military bases? You see, my main worry is people like her are still reproducing. Oh, wow. So someone also says, what has military bases got to do with this? These choppers are old, and Ndio akarwisa hondo here, please spare us. I don't know whether this is a here or here. Edwin say, why have you concluded that it's foreign agents? What about technical faults? Back then, the whole of Zambian national team, soccer team and officials crashed in Gabon and nobody survived. Why didn't you talk of foreign sabotage? Yes. Someone else saying, nonsense, man. Stop trying to smuggle your agenda on such a sensitive matter. That's the truth. That's the very same thing I was also saying. So, some respect in the situation would go a long way. Thank you very much. That's a very good answer to Linda Masarira and Kurakasha Kwake. Please don't use our nation's tragedy as a political springboard. This is about missing people, their families and loved ones, not some agenda about military bases. Thank you very much. Tell this woman, I think she needs to be put in her place. So what about foreign military bases? It's an insult. Ndosaka uchitorerwa murumene mwana okubereka cause unedzungu. I still remember the story about the daughter of Linda Masarira, who is now in a relationship with her own boyfriend. So that is what is happening. someone is saying, how are the two related? You see, so there are many responses. Indeed, Zimbabwean, you don't even see anyone who is supporting, who is standing with what she is saying. It's just an indication that we have some people that have gone bonkers. We have some people that have, fallen in love with the love for money to the point that, you can't even tell what really is happening. So all that we are saying here is people like Linda Masarira must understand that this is life we are talking about. It's somebody's life that has been lost, probably as we speak right now. And for her to come and want to push the agenda of ZANU-PF, to want to promote her masters, is very, very unfortunate. And this is the character that we see in Marrakesh, where at times you find that the Ubuntu is not in them at all, where there are scenarios where you need to put politics aside and really sympathize with a situation. They don't usually do that. They don't usually do that. And it's so sad to find that we still have people that would respect money more than the sanctity of life. We have people that are losing life, and we have people that are using those opportunities to politic. That's very unfortunate. So, Linda, you must just go and revise your manners. When it comes to issues like this, you don't play around. Don't think you were in hospital some few days ago, and some people were sympathizing with you and praying for you because they knew that life is precious. Even people that did not agree with you, I saw quite a number of them saying that they are praying that you survive it. But here you are, where some other people have lost lives. You are coming here to speak on behalf of ZANU-PF, just for the sake of you getting trinkets that you are enjoying from ZANU-PF. That's not right. That's not right. You must just demonstrate that you have a heart in your chest. That's exactly the truth we are telling you. It's very, very unfortunate. It's very sad. And it is uncalled for you to be using a scenario like this one to want to politic and to want to see how much Mnangagwa is going to increase from the little trinkets that he's throwing around. So very sad development, family. Very, very sad. We have quite a number of people that are here, and I wish people would have also greeted me. Put some comment so that I can also know that we are together and we are discussing. My mother, Irene Masawi, says, "Morning, son. Thank you, Mama. How are you? I hope you are good. I hope it's not as cold as where I am, where you are there, because it's cold here. Hey, the winter is coming, it's biting hard." My sister Judith says, "ZANU-PF people are brainwashed by Mnangagwa. It's a shame. It's painful. It's so inhuman for us to be talking about politics, for us to be using an opportunity like this one." I did a show, I think it was still in the morning, when I was giving you a video of the president of Malawi giving an update on this. I did not say even a lot. I think I just played the video and then I just spoke words of comfort and then I cut out. It was a very short video. Why? Because it's a painful thing. I didn't even know what to say. I was just tongue-tied. I just felt that it was too heavy for me in my spirit. And I just decided, no, as long as I've played the video, you've heard what the president of Malawi said, enough. I can't go further. I don't even want to find myself speaking or saying anything that might end up being, maybe misconstrued or taken wrongly or put in a wrong manner, because we are talking about life. This is what my sister Judith is talking about here, that it's a shame that people, these ZANU-PF people and how they behave, it's so sad. They've seen so much death in their hands to the point that they don't see the importance of life. They don't see how life is precious in the eyes of the Lord, because killing people to them is nothing. This is the same woman who was failing to sympathize with the other ladies, Joanna Mamombe, when they were abducted, and she came out and said they are abducting themselves. The same woman who has been defending ZANU-PF after killing Bishop Messiah, and she came out saying, what evidence is there that he was killed by ZANU-PF? Just imagine. Just imagine. And when she was sick, she wanted people to sympathize with her and pray for her. And when I call these people witches, some people say Shatufa is you are too rough. You don't speak like a Christian. I call them witches. And by the way, the Bible is so much full of that word witch. There's even a verse which says, "Suffer not a witch to live." So the word witch is there in the word of God. So when I say it, don't come to me and tell me that I don't speak like a Christian. I'm a full Christian, born again, spirit-filled. And I'm speaking like that because I'm telling them as they are. Because this is the character of witches. They are not affected when some families or a nation has lost 10 individuals, fathers and mothers who left their homes saying we are going to work, kissed their baby and says we are coming back later on around 6 I'll be back from work. And the families right now are hearing that we don't know whether your mom is alive or whether your father is alive right now. We have not even found where the plane has fallen. What is the state of the family right now? And you are coming and you want to think that you are such a decorated politician who wants to come and gallivant using a situation like this. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I just don't want, with my words when it comes to Linda. I don't want with my words. I just wish to just withdraw my words from her. My sister Teresa says, morning, brother. Linda Chimbwa Mpengo anofarira kugara hospital or kunganga achirapwa. Yeah, because hey, something like this is not something that we joke about. We don't joke about this. This is a time that we put everything else aside. There is always a time where we should put everything else aside. And then we come back to our humanity. And then we say, guys, while we differ politically, while we don't agree on many other things here and there, but when it comes to this issue, we really have to come together as human beings. Because there is nothing that Malawi has done against you, Linda. For them to deserve such kind of a treatment from you because they are friends of America. They have not done anything to you personally, Linda. Nothing. And you don't have a right whatsoever to come out in the public domain and speak the way that you do. It's very unfortunate, and you must be very ashamed. If you really have a conscience that works, Linda, you must be ashamed. Gogo Mawire says, show Ubuntu is heartbreaking. If you truly say that again, Gogo. Some people must show Ubuntu. Some people must show that makabva kuvanhu wakakurira kupi wakazvarwa kupi kanti Linda iwe. Where were you born? From what kind of family did you come from? You were taught to be so heartless. I said I don't want with my words. And this nasanskula zokushauta. Ansula zokushauta vanhu das because you know me when I get into my gear. I will tell them because this is not right. This is not right. And Linda must not behave as if the death can come to her anytime. Tomorrow she can be bearing her own child. If she is in that pain and people would come and mock or politic using that situation, how will you feel? It's not right. Let's not pretend as if we have all left this earth. As long as we are still on this earth, there are incidents and situations that can turn around and happen to us also, as we are celebrating them happening to other people. So do unto others what you would also want to be done to you. That's the truth about life. My sister Ashune says, hi, brother. And Judas, Iscariot, a big Judas. Gogonwe says, ngavataure zvavo zvemuno ngavasiyane nekudena Malawi atitaure hedu, but very deadly. You will never hear them talking. Yes, definitely. They must just concentrate on talking about what is happening in Zimbabwe. What has happened there, it is none of their business. What Malawi is doing, what Zambia is doing, it is nothing to do with Linda Masarira and the ZANU PF. We wish they could just, hands off these people, allow these people to continue with their search. If they find some alive, if they find some deceased, then they can be concentrating on how much they can do to comfort the families and to comfort the nation. And that is the truth. So it's very, very bad for you, Linda. And we will not mince our words. We will tell you as exactly as things are, that as long as you are still walking on the surface of this earth, don't ever think that what befalls one person may not befall you tomorrow. Tomorrow you can be in a worse off situation and you may want people to sympathize with you. And when people will mock you when you are in painful situations, don't say people are evil, because people will not forget. And remember, I always tell you that people don't forget. People will always have a diary that they keep about the things that we do, especially on the public domain, especially on social media. People don't forget. They will keep records. And tomorrow, you'll be surprised. People will be reminding you of things that you did or things that you said. Young girls, these young girls that we see coming out on social media and presenting some nude pictures and nude videos. Today it is exciting today because you are 17, you are 18, you are 20, you are 21, and you think it's an in thing. Let me tell you, internet does not forget. You might do it today because you are excited because of youthfulness, but you are not going to remain a youth forever. There's a time that you will be 40 and you may not want to see those videos about yourself again. There's a time that you will be a mother and you will not want your children to see those videos again, because that time when you were 21, when you were 20 and you were doing that, the way your mentality is totally different from where you'll be when you are 40 or when you are a mother. What about when you are a grandmother and you have now grandchildren, and your grandchildren will be coming online and will be able to see your nude pictures? Will you want it? Will you like it? So don't play around with setting a record that is going to likely come back and haunt you again tomorrow. So this is the same thing that we are telling Linda, that these statements that you are saying on a public forum, it's very dangerous, because people will use these same statements you are saying today to attack you tomorrow. And don't cry foul. Don't say people are heartless. Don't say Zimbabweans are loveless, but they will be just returning to you what you have thrown to other people. So karma will find you. If you think you are clever than karma, wait a minute till the day that karma knocks on your door. So this is it, family. It's really, really a very sad development. Otherwise, we want to thank you so much for all that have joined us on the show. And please always remember, subscribe, like, and share. We'll meet in the next show.